Think of an HTML document as the skeleton of a human body. Just like the skeleton provides structure and support to the body, HTML provides the structure and layout for a web page. It's the foundation on which everything else is built. However, just like a skeleton needs skin to look complete, HTML needs CSS to give it style and visual appeal. CSS is like the skin, adding color, design, and aesthetics, while HTML focuses on the content and structure. So HTML is the structure and CSS makes it look good. Before we jump into learning HTML tags, let's start by looking at the basic structure of any HTML document, which we call the boilerplate code. This is the foundation of every HTML page, so it's important to understand what each part does. Let's move on to live demonstration in Visual Studio Code to see how it works in practice. To do this, I'll first create a new HTML file. I'll name it boilerplate.html. Now, in this new file, instead of typing out the entire structure, I'll use an emit abbreviation to generate the basic HTML template. Let's type an exclamation mark and click enter. As you can see, Visual Studio quickly generated the boilerplate code for us. Let's break it down and go through each line. The first line is the doc type declaration. It tells the browser that we're using HTML5, which is the latest version of HTML. This is important so that the browser interprets our code correctly. Next, we have the HTML tag. This is the root of our HTML document, meaning everything in the web page will go inside this tag. The lang attribute here specifies that the language content is English. Next is the head section. This part contains meta information, which isn't visible on the page but provides essential details to the browser. Inside the head section, we have the meta charset tag. This sets the character encoding to UTF-8, which allows us to include characters from different languages and special symbols in our content without any display issues. The next tag is crucial for making websites responsive. It ensures that the website fits the screen size of any device, whether it's a mobile phone or a desktop, by setting the width of the page to match the device width. And next is the title tag, which sets the title of the page that appears in the browser tab. Currently, it says document, but this can be changed to anything related to the page content. Let's rename it to HTML boilerplate example. Now, let's move on to the body section. This is where all the content visible to the user goes. You can put text, images, buttons, or any other elements inside this section. Add a paragraph inside the body tag. Here, we have a paragraph tag with the text Hello World. The paragraph tag is used to define a block of text, and this is a common first example when learning HTML. Finally, we close the document using the HTML and body tags to indicate the end of the document. Now, let's take a look at how this page will appear in the browser. To simultaneously check the preview while we code, we need to download the Live Preview extension. Let's go to the Extension tab in Visual Studio Code and search for Live Preview. And click on this to install. After installation, you'll see an icon in the top right corner of the Visual Studio with magnifying glass symbol. Click on it and you will see a live preview of your HTML document in the browser. And that's the basic HTML boilerplate structure. It's the foundation for every web page you'll create. From here, you can start adding more content inside the body section.